Welcome to the Peak Practice Minute brought to you by Synergy. I'm Jason Lazarus, CEO of Synergy. This minute features best-selling author and recovering attorney Joey Coleman discussing the phases a law firm must excel at to have incredible client experiences in their personal injury practices. If you are looking to increase client referrals and 5-star Google reviews, Joey has the framework to do it.
Phase one, the assess phase. This is when a prospective client is trying to decide whether or not they want you to represent them. They're checking out your website. They're maybe talking to other friends to get a referral. They're checking out your marketing materials. They might even be having a preliminary conversation with you or kind of an initial consult to figure out, is this the person who I want to handle my case? Phase two is the admit phase. This is when the prospect decides that they want to become a client. They admit that they have a problem or a need that they believe you can help them with. They sign on the dotted line. They hand over their hard-earned cash, whether that's giving a retainer or signing a retainer agreement or signing some type of a compensation agreement. They then go to phase three, the affirm stage. Now, this is probably one of the top two stages that gets overlooked by law firms the most. The affirm stage, in common parlance, is the buyer's remorse stage, when the new client begins to doubt the decision they just made to hire you. This starts to kick in, the brain science tells us, the minute they exit your office and runs until the next substantive interaction they have with you or your team. Okay? Most firms are doing nothing in the affirm stage to reaffirm the choice that the client just made. We then come to phase four, the activate stage. The activate stage is the first real moment of truth where we kick the relationship off. This could be bringing them in for a full-blown interview. This could be coming in to review their documents. This is whatever is going to be that kind of first real moment where there's a key interaction between you and the client where they get to see, are you all that you were cracked up to be, that you were promised to be in the sales process? We then come to phase five, and you hinted at it beautifully, Jason, the acclimate phase, okay? In the acclimate phase, you're trying to get the client familiar with your cadence of doing business and, more importantly, the practical realities of moving a claim through the legal system. This is going to be long, and no matter how many times you tell them it's going to be long, they're going to wish it was shorter. Heck, we wish it was shorter, right? The attorneys wish it was shorter. Of course, the clients wish it was shorter as well. What are you doing in each step of that process to hold their hand and let them know what comes next? We then come to phase six, the accomplish phase. This is when the client achieves the goal they had when they originally decided to hire you. Now, pro tip here, and we'll dive into this more later, the typical lawyer thinks that the accomplish phase for every client is a settlement or a verdict. Now, for some it is, but for many, there's a mini accomplishment just feeling like they're with the right lawyer, just feeling they're with somebody who will advocate for them or will look out for them or will listen to them or will care about them at this incredibly stressful and painful time in their life. We then come to phase seven, the adopt phase. This is when the client becomes loyal to you and only you. They're bought into your theory of the case. They're bought into the way we're going about it. They're bought into the process. They have as much ownership stake in our approach for handling their case as we do in coming up with our approach for handling their case. And last but not least, the advocate phase. Okay, the holy grail, phase eight, the nirvana, the thing we're all trying for, when the client becomes a zealous advocate for you as a lawyer. They're referring their friends, their family, their coworkers, anybody they know that needs a personal injury lawyer, they're immediately going to say, have I got the person for you? And not only are they going to refer, but they're going to make sure that referral happens. They're going to do an introduction. They're going to share emails or phone numbers. They're going to become an active salesperson for your business. Those are the 8 phases. And if we do it right, this cycle repeats because as they advocate to have new people join the firm or come to us with their cases, those new people go back to the assess phase and we walk the new people through the same 8-phase journey.
After you implement Joey's framework, if you want to learn the secrets to achieving peak efficiency for your personal injury practice by outsourcing lien resolution, contact Synergy today.